In this video, we want to keep things simple and give you our number one tip to pass your driving test. No top 10, just the number one tip. If you can master this one aspect of driving, it will prevent almost all of the other mistakes from happening and give you a much higher chance of passing first time. Before we start, if you would like to watch our next video as soon as it's released, then subscribe to our channel now and click on the notification bell. Also, if you have any questions, then please leave a comment and we will reply as soon as we can. Every year, the DVSA publish the official list of the most common reasons driving tests are failed. But almost all of the faults on the list could be prevented if the driver gave themselves more time to react. More time makes everything easier, such as judging other traffic, checking mirrors, changing gear, braking smoothly, etc. Inexperienced drivers can be easily surprised and find it difficult to handle a tricky situation they haven't seen before. However, experienced drivers just seem to have more time to use when they spot a hazard. So what are they doing differently to give themselves more time? It's called forward planning. Forward planning is the ability to look ahead and take notice of what is happening and spot hazards, difficult situations, or anything that will force us to take action. We all use forward planning to a certain extent. After all, we can already look forward, spot a junction ahead, and plan how much distance we will need to brake for a give-way line. What is important is how far we forward plan. 20 metres ahead will give very little advance warning. 50 metres is a little better. But if possible, we should look at least 100 metres ahead of our car. If we can look 100 metres ahead of us, observe carefully, and plan what we need to do to keep safe, we will find it far easier to react to whatever we see. We need to be able to take notice of what is happening around us and in front of us as far as our eyes can see. We shouldn't concentrate on any single point, but instead keep our eyes moving and think about what we can see. Take notice of anything that could become a hazard or cause a difficult situation. Checking our mirrors regularly is also useful, so we are aware of any vehicles near us. Once we spot a situation ahead, we should take whatever action is necessary, such as changing our speed, gear, or road position. It is always much easier to do this when we have space and time to think, so the earlier we can spot the hazard, the better. For the last 10 years, the most common reason to fail a driving test has been poor observation at junctions. If we can use good forward planning to spot the approaching junction as early as possible, then we can make it much easier to handle the junction safely. Once we spot the junction ahead, we can start braking, change into a suitable gear, and still have plenty of time to assess the traffic flow and decide what to do. Sometimes we can spot a safe gap and keep rolling, or if we do need to stop at the give-way line, we can use our forward planning skills to decide when it's best to go. Here are a few more situations that will benefit from forward planning. Pedestrians can be unpredictable, so we must be prepared for them to cross the road in front of us. Even if it's not a pedestrian crossing, we may need to give way to them if necessary. We are especially cautious of children, as they might not look for traffic before crossing. Traffic lights can change at any moment, so we should plan for what could happen. If it's showing green, we consider our approach speed and how much distance we would need to stop in case it changes to amber. If it shows red, we get our car ready to go so we can move away promptly. Traffic light controlled crossings that have pedestrians waiting as we approach are likely to change. If we see the wait light illuminated on the crossing control board, this will give us another clue that we might need to stop. In urban areas, there are often parked cars at the side of the road. When our side of the road is blocked, we must plan for meeting oncoming traffic and give way when needed. If parked cars are on the other side of the road, anticipate having to slow down or stop to allow an oncoming vehicle to manoeuvre into a space between cars. When approaching a roundabout, we must plan ahead to keep safe. We need to decide which lane to use and get into it at the correct time. Our approach speed should vary depending on the amount of visibility we have, so when our view to the right is blocked, we must slow right down in case we need to give way to a vehicle on the right. If turning right, we also need to plan where we will change lanes before taking our exit. Doing any of these things without forward planning could surprise other drivers and put us in danger. So it doesn't matter where we are driving, good forward planning is an essential skill to keep safe. Whether we are trying to pass a cyclist, hear an emergency vehicle, or driving through a busy residential area, we should look ahead as far as we can and consider what could happen. If we lose concentration or miss something, we could find ourselves in a situation that forces us to swerve or brake suddenly. But if we forward plan effectively, this will very rarely happen. We hope we have shown that good forward planning will make almost any situation easier to handle, which will really help anyone taking their driving test. On the test, the examiner will be looking for us to take every opportunity to look, see, and act on what's happening around us. We need to recognise the potential hazards that other road users and pedestrians can present, and act accordingly if the hazard develops. If we need to adjust our speed or road position, we always use the MSM routine to ensure everyone's safety. So remember to look at least 100 metres ahead. Recognise any potential hazards. Consider what is likely to happen and adjust our speed or road position if needed. If you found this video interesting and would like to be notified when we release the next one, then please click our logo to subscribe to our channel. If you would like to help us make new videos, then please click the Patreon logo to find out about our crowdfunding campaign. Thanks for watching.